So HTTP status code is a response from the server. It's a response from the server based on the status of the content. So if content is available on the server will show a response or show a status code of 200. So if there is no content on the server, it sends a response 404, which indicates the file is not available on the server. If the server is not willing to respond to your request at all, it will be communicated by a response code, or it shows a response code of 500 server error 500, which is called as the response code is basically 500. If you are requesting for a content and if that is redirecting to some other page, the response code will be 301 or 302. You all understood? There is one more response 410, 410.
Yes, sir.
410. So that is another way of telling. See what happens is when bot shows a when server shows a response of 404 to bot also understands the file is not there on the server, correct? But bot parallelly also makes an assumption that the file would have got accidentally deleted, and bot keeps visiting that page again and again. It's something like you will keep checking your WhatsApp again and again to send a message or to receive a message from someone with whom you might have got into a clash, correct? WhatsApp quarrel or maybe something, right? So Sanjay is sharing his experience here, guys. So right, so it's something like that. The same happens with Google. Somebody must have told I'll message you on WhatsApp, and Sanjeev keeps checking the phone, right? So when bot sees a response 404 when the file is not available on the server, bot makes an assumption, okay, the file might come back anytime, and it keeps attempting to it has the list already. It has 404 list slash sanjeev.com slash sanjeev is the file name. It's not there on the server. Now Sanjeev file information is with the bot already. It tries to revisit that URL again and again, right? So when it is intentionally deleted, Sanjeev is no more a trainee or a no more employee of Canada Digital. We are going to delete that page. Let's assume. So in that case, we don't want bot to be wasting its energy revisiting the page again and again. So in that case, what a website owner or a developer can do is he can change the status code of the same to 410 through htaccess file on Linux servers. Okay, so 410 indicates it's a communication to bot. Bot, you don't keep coming for this visiting this URL. It is intentionally deleted. I know that URL is no more needed. It is intentional, and you please don't revisit that URL again and again. That's what 410 indicates. It's clear, right, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So today we'll get started with. So in the previous class we were learning about XML sitemap and HTML sitemap, and I hope you all got clarity about the XML sitemap and HTML sitemap. Please go through the previous class recording as well as the document, the class notes. Okay. So today we are going to start with robots.txt. What is this robots.txt? Robots.txt is simply a file, a text file, in which you will have commands or instructions for the bots. It's simply a text file which will have commands or instructions for the bots about which page to be crawled and which page not to be crawled on the website. Did you all follow that? Robots.txt set of commands or instructions for the bots about what to be considered for crawling and what not to be considered for crawling. The file basically blocks crawling of all the invalid web pages and URLs. So what is the importance of this robots.txt file? Why do we want to crawling of certain pages? See, when bot is free to do whatever it can do, it might invest its energy. It might invest its energy in the wrong places as well, correct? In the wrong places as well. So as a digital marketer or as a SEO professional, so what you can do is you can understand what is valid URL and what is not valid URL, and you can restrict the crawl energy wastage on invalid URLs. So importance of robots.txt, avoid wastage of crawl energy. Dynamic websites generate search parameter URLs, session IDs, and dynamic URLs. And I'm going to explain you what are these session IDs or search parameters, or what are these dynamic URLs. Many times, some of the web pages or URLs gets linked with the website or get the links from external websites and lead to duplicacy or web pages or content, and leads to duplicacy of web pages or content web pages or content, and this is going to impact severely the crawl energy, loss of crawl energy and performance of the websites on dynamic websites. We are visiting flipkart.com. I might have pasted some images also here. Let me show it to you all. Yeah. So now look at this. This is the homepage of flipkart.com, right? This is the homepage of flipkart.com.
Sir, before explaining this Flipkart.com, can you explain this dynamic website again?
That's what I wanted to show you. That's why I came to Flipkart. See, dynamic websites uh, are the websites where the pages, web pages, different kinds of web pages would get created automatically based on the content or the information. And also, the content changes often on the web pages. Okay. See, for example, you have built a web page for packers and movers, correct? This web page, what you have built, is not dynamic because the information doesn't change on the web page, correct? Correct. The information,
Yes, sir.
that you have put on the web page doesn't change by itself until unless you change it, correct? But now when it comes to this website, the information can change by itself. So yeah, let's go to men's t-shirts. And if you observe one more thing, see, I'll just pick US Polo, okay, or maybe Alan Soleil. I'm just picking Alan Soleil, and if you look at this, if you observe the URL on the website, this keeps originating based on the searches happening on the website. We call this as query parameters. A URL with query parameter. You see here search question mark q equal to kurti pant, and this is also pulling various kinds of details or information when you search for excuse me, kurti set. These are called as query parameters or search parameters, and these are dynamically generating based on the requirements. Let's say I'll just pick the gender man, and based on this, again, this URL would change or linked from the external websites. So let's say you will be taking this. There is no problem if you are sharing this URL with your friend, but if your friend is publishing this URL or his website or somewhere else, okay, so now there was no difference. There is no difference between this URL, titles, description, such. Let me take the t-shirts what we had been first. Excuse me. So now on this page, you see this t-shirt starts rupees triple one online at best price in India. And brand, the title will be still the same. The content on the web page also will be still the same. Yeah, this is only Alan Soleil, but look at the title. This is same, and URL also might have changed. URL has actually changed, right? So now when URL is changing, whereas URL is changing, everything will remain same except for change in the URL, right? And the SEO content, everything is remaining the same. It might lead to duplicacy now. This will lead to duplicacy. Bot says this as a separate page. Alan Soleil has a separate page. When you are filtering Alan Soleil t-shirts, it sees that page as a separate page and men's t-shirts as a separate page. This is separate and this is separate page, obviously, right? But then the problem is, what is cannibalization? Where two web pages are optimized for the same set of keywords and try to compete with each other or conflict. It's not competition here, it's conflict. They conflict with each other. Okay, in simple, this is considered to be as duplicacy as well. Are you all following me? Are you all getting this?
Yes, sir.
So it will be considered to be as a type different set of products. So what happens is, when these kinds of duplicate URLs, see, these kinds of dynamic or query parameter URLs are generated with the same content, there is a conflict between web pages, and this can be handled effectively. So one of the best thing is, these pages can be blocked for bot scrolling, and we can inspect the same in robots.txt, right? So bots energy would get wasted that way. Okay, and one more thing, what you can do is, your website is not only visited by Google bot. Your website can be visited by a real user like you, me, or anybody can visit, correct? And there are various kinds of bots. It could be Bing bot, Apple bot, Yahoo bot, right? Google ad bot, some spam bot as well. Any bot can visit your website, correct, guys? What is bot? Bot in simple, it's a small piece of program or a code that can visit your website, correct? So the avoid spam bots visiting your website. You can block spam bots engaging your server resources. See what happens if I am speaking to you. Will it be possible for me to speak to other person parallelly? It won't be possible because I am engaged speaking to you already. Correct. The same happens when server is fully busy with the spam bots. Your server might throw 500 server error to the Google bot. In those cases, Googlebot faces an issue crawling the website. Correct? So this happens with the real users as well. So Book My Show server might crash when there is lots of traffic coming to their website. A lot of people are trying to book movie tickets. A movie, very severely hyped movie is releasing for tomorrow, and everybody would be attempting to book a movie ticket. Correct? And in those cases, the server might crash. When server crashes, what happens? The bot also faces a bad experience. Bot won't be able to crawl any web pages. It experiences a server error 500. Now over there, the difference was people are trying to book a movie ticket. Here the same happens when a spam bot is visiting your website. It is going to engage your server, and your server, most of your server's bandwidth will be taken by this spam bots. It's not necessarily Google bot might see an error, but there will be an impact. Even though there is a bandwidth, a lot of bandwidth is taken by spam bot, Google bot might face a slowly loading experience. Okay, so you can restrict selected search engines not visiting your website, so that only the real Google bots can visit your website. Search engines like Baidu and X, may not play any kind of role for your business considering the target location of the product or service you are dealing with. You are doing business in India and you expect everybody to be visiting your website from India, correct? And there is no point of Baidu or Yandex, the search engines or search bots pertaining to China and Russia in visiting your website, correct? And those can be blocked, right? So take command over various kinds of Google bots. There are image bots, video bots, mobile bots, and several other bots. You can define instructions for all of these bots through robots.txt. I'll show you how robots.txt looks. See, every website by default will have this page. Look at this: disallow slash p, disallow slash product, disallow star question mark page equal to disallow similar products. See, they are telling bots, user agents, ad bot, Google disallow colon user agent, image bot. They are blocking image bot. User agent star indicates any bot can visit their website. Let's see this for various other portals as well.
Sir, how can we identify spam bots and Google bots?
I'll tell you. Yeah. See, user agent, media partners. See, they are just giving an instruction, media partners disallowed, done. Ads bots. See, these are the different types of bots that you will be able to Google and find all these things. Or simply here, instead of star, you can write it as user agent colon Google bot. That's an instruction or command only for Google bot. Star indicates any, this basically applies to everybody. Whatever instructions or commands they have written here, these are applicable to every kind of bot when it is just a star. Star is variable. It can be replaced with Google bot. It can be replaced with Yahoo bot. You can add instructions only to Google bot or only to Yahoo bot, or you can add instructions to every single bot by putting star. Let's see Flipkart's robots.txt and a couple of others, you will get an idea. So, wait, I'll tell you. Yeah. See here, you don't see star. You see Google bot. Instructions are added only for Google bot. Allow colon slash slash indicates you can crawl everything on the website. And I don't want certain number of pages. Let's say I have 1 lakh web pages on the website. You can crawl all 1 lakh pages except the pages that has the following things in them. So for example, web pages that has anything, here it can be ABC, XYZ, here it can be sweets, snacks or anything, but in case if question mark is coming in the URL, I know none of the URL on this website will have a question mark in the URL. If by any chance, if you see question mark in the URL, see, I'll show you some of the URLs. Let's go to this web page. Do you see question mark here anywhere? You will not. So none of the web pages on this website will have question marks. But then when it is searched as something like this, you see here question mark. So not only this, due to some technical glitches on the website might have various kinds of URLs getting created. This is a dynamic website. On dynamic website, there are very good possibilities of anything getting created based on the filters, based on the options, based on the search happening on the website, right? I don't want anything of that to be crawled. So question mark is blocked. There can be any text. Star indicates variable. Anything can be filled in front of it. Same way, if a URL has equal to, so does this has equal to? Yes, this has equal to as well. If there is equal to in the URL, block those kinds of URLs as well. If there is an underscore, We will never have underscores in the URL. Usually, that's the best practice is not having it. We will have hyphens instead. So any URL that has payment in it to be blocked. Any URL that has PHP, that has index, that has blog, because there are no blog URLs on these websites. WP blog, community. See, this is all basically based on the observation of the URLs getting crawled by bots. You're not adding them just like that. I'll show it to you. See now, if you have to see this, see now you will not see this for this website because we haven't updated anything as such for this website. Slash robots.txt. You will see 404. The robots.txt file will be uploaded to the root directory of the website and it will be always accessed as domain name.com slash robots.txt. If you cannot access the file at this usually a 404, then it's understood there is no robots.txt file on the server or root directory. See, not having it is bad. It's not bad. It's not at all bad. See, this option, see, there is a facility for you. See, government would give so many facilities for you, correct? Correct? So you might opt it or you might not opt it. So if you are see recently, I came across one person went through a medical issue, health related issue. Okay, they have the financial crisis. That's when they opted the government scheme and made their treatment for free or a negligible price. Same way, robots.txt is used when there is a severe damage or issue on your website happening. To take control of it, you are going to define commands for the bots on robots.txt. So not having it doesn't indicate something wrong on the website. Okay, but one thing, whenever bot visits your website, the first thing they do is they visit robots.txt to understand what to be considered and what not to be considered on the website. Because we are going to tell here, right, what all not to be crawled. We are telling that not to waste your energy on all of these URLs. If you look at this, we have written disallow. Do not waste your energy on any URLs that have these kinds of text or information in it. In absence of robots.txt, it's understood that there is no restriction on crawling of web pages and bot crawls naturally all the URLs that comes under its visibility. Did you all get it? If there is no robots.txt, bot freely crawls everything that comes under its visibility or vicinity. Okay? That can be a good page or bad page. Robots.txt is not compulsory until unless a necessity gets created for its existence. Did you all get that? Did you all get that, guys?
Yes, I have doubt with that question mark URL which you told.
This one?
Yeah, so what is that exactly, sir? I'm not able to
So
understand.
now I have searched pickles here. See, actually, the URL was something like this. Pickles was something like this, correct? When I typed pickles here, when I typed pickles here and entered, automatically a dynamic URL gets created like this. It's still loading. A page gets created something like this. Now, if every time based on people searches pages are getting created and crawled by bots, bot may have to crawl thousands or millions of web pages, which is not correct. So if thousands of web pages are now getting created or allowed for search engine crawling and indexing, bot would continue to waste their energy on these pages. Did you get that? These are called as
Yes.
dynamic URLs or query parameters or search parameters. Based on user searches here, the URLs are getting created. Not necessarily based on the searches, it can be any technical glitch on the website. I'll show you such glitches as well. A URL might get created. Okay. So look at this, a simple example. This website has only 3000 web pages. This website has only 3000 web pages. But if you look at this, it has got 8850 URLs indexed. So there is a problem. There is a serious problem. Correct? So 3,000 and 5,000, 8,000 is additional 5,000 pages got created. And those additional 5,000 pages could be some dynamic pages, either the search parameters or the pages would have got created, the translated pages. Hindi, the text would have got translated to Hindi or maybe other languages. Google must have done it by itself. Or maybe search parameters also, we'll look into it. I'll show it to you. Okay, so how do we understand now? How do we understand what is valid and what is not valid? As the website owner, you will know how many web pages are there on your website, correct? But see, the web pages, number of web pages on the website are hardly 3,000 to 4,000, but number of URLs indexed is 8,850. That is exactly double, right? So this is something fishy. So you sense that there are dynamic URLs getting crawled and indexed. These so many are indexed. Now, how do we figure out? Explore the search console, web pages, index data, and the errors data. This data helps you to figure out invalid URLs if you already know the valid URLs of the website. Okay, so now look at this. I'll go to the search console. You will get to see that this image is very tiny and may not look clean. Can you all see this? Let me go to search console.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. See, blocked by Robots.txt, there's only one. Yeah. So look at this. Something like this got created. We don't have any such URL since this got created dynamically by itself, and we don't want it to be getting crawled. Our robots.txt has blocked crawling of this website. Maybe I'll show you other websites. You will get an idea. Listen to this class again. Okay, that was the first thing that I have explained. What is dynamic website and what is static website? Yeah. So blocked by robots.txt. So we found this pertaining to this website, abnormally high number of web pages were indexed, and you could see that historically, how many pages? 38,000 web pages were indexed on Google, and we blocked them on robots.txt, and eventually it came down to 8,000 pages are blocked. What are these pages? Look at this. Add to wish. See, this is the actual page. Om Podi in Chennai is the actual page. List or like the product. So now look at this, after deleting this, it's still the same page. Correct? I have eliminated everything that's part of the URL, correct? See, for the same web page, you have same information, additional URL created. See, bot sees this as a new URL now. Earlier, up to Chennai was the URL. Now, when this additional component gets added, bots see them as new URLs. How is this getting created? Maybe a functionality like add to cart might create a new page called add to cart. When I click add to cart, add to cart, add to wish list might automatically get added to the URL. So if you look at this, add to wish list, mostly add to wish list, and here it's showing us a sample data of 1000 URLs. Yeah, mostly it's add to wish list. See now question mark. So I can add to wish list as a command in the robots.txt, but question mark is also blocking it. See now look at this, search term string, question mark is equal to search term string. So this way thousands of pages might get created on your website, and the bots also might start crawling this web pages. See, bots should have not, these are pages not created after somebody clicking on add to wishlist or add to cart. Bot itself might see it to be as a new function. Bot itself automatically makes this 0.25 and starts scrolling, and here you might see 0.25, and that's a new URL that's getting created. This is the common issue with some of the dynamic web pages, websites. I'll show it to you. You all got it right? See, Search Console is a tool or platform where we are going to discuss this tool in depth. But for now, you just remember Search Console is a tool or a platform that's establishing communicate between the website owner and bots. Whatever bots are experiencing can be accessed or understood by creating this Search Console account. It's basically like whatever bot is experiencing, it's storing the data on its server. Now we have to access all the data. How do we access it? We are going to create an account through this platform or tool called Google Search Console. Not only access the data, if you want to communicate or tell something to the bots, you can tell through this tool all that to bots. See, look at this URL feed. This is all are dynamically created. And bots are wasting their energy on these URLs as well. And even feed should be added as feed should be, there is no feed URL here. Slash feed. Maybe probably the slash feed URLs must be still getting crawled. There is no command here, slash feed. So what I will do is I'll take this, I'll study how it looks. Okay. So I'm going to add that command now based on this observation. Yeah. So here slash information is fixed, and here the product name is coming, correct? And at last feed is coming, right? So what I'll do is now I'll take this and look at this. I'll type it as this allow colon slash info slash. Here I cannot add all the product names. So what I'll do, I'll just put star slash feed. Here it can be anything, correct? So practically for me it's quite a big list if I have to put that, correct? So I'm going to add slash feed additionally. Did you all get that? Are you all following me?
Yes, sir.
You all understood? Now I am telling to bot any URL that contains slash info slash any name in between, or instead of info I can mention star also here. I can mention star also here, or just since I know there is no other URL apart from info, I can straight away mention info as well, or I can mention one more command. There can be URLs without info also and have feed in it, or there can be URLs. Let me see on based on this there is a possibility there can be some URLs without too many stages but only one stage and still have. So I'll mention feed like this also, feed negative the block, right? So how are we going to update this? I'll show it to you that as well. Let's study further. There are only 137 such URLs, not a big list. It's all feed only. Yeah, this is actually 500 server error. I don't want bot to be going to URLs and experiencing that issue also. Okay, so let's try accessing this URLs, what it shows. Let's see. So bot feed URLs, there are no feed URLs. So you might see 500 server errors. Status 500. So there is no such file at all, but there is some issue with it. So what we will do is now, so for this, I'll go to the my host, my server. So how do I visit that? Go. So I bought. So for this domains, the hosting is with GoDaddy. Sign in. Are you all understanding it? Web hosting,
Yes, sir.
manage. So the web hosting, there will be a control panel. So like when you have a hard disk on your computer, will you be able to see it all through your eyes without a computer? No. So through you are going to use computer and navigate to the D drive or C drive or whatsoever it is. Same way control panel here. Control panel has list of websites hosted here. So I'll go to file manager. This is where everything is stored. File manager, and here within the file manager, everything that's connected to the internet. You see the symbol public underscore HTML. Any server it be. So now Candra Foods Robots.txt. So here this is the folder where website is hosted. You would see robots.txt file here. Look at this. So edit it. Yeah. And I can basically apply these instructions to all the bots, not only Google bot. In that case, I'm going to change this to just star, correct? And additionally, I have added these three instructions. So let me copy this and update it here. Save changes. Guys, any questions here? And this now the new robots.txt would have got applied. See now look at this. You see the templates is the ending thing, and now I'll reload this in a new tab. Open this. Yeah, do you see that? This three additionally got added, and previously it was ending only up to here, correct? Did you all get that? Right? See, this is one way of finding the error URLs of your website. The wrong URLs or invalid URLs getting crawled and taking most of your website's crawl energy. Okay. So this is a case study of another website. Okay. So where we found and defined, yeah, these are just screenshots. Explore the search console web pages in mixed data. Okay. Yeah, usually bots may not face not see these kinds of URLs that easily, but there are the chances of mistakes happening. People might link these pages. I'll show you how it can happen. Updating links to other pages. So while updating these links, if I put wrongly the question marks or something else in the URLs, that's when bots see those wrong URLs. But anyways, those all can be blocked through robots.txt. See, avoiding wastage of this crawl energy, this is one measure. Apart from that, you have to cross check if there are any backlinks built. Backlinks, not everything will be in control. If you are sharing this link to your friend might write a blog and you might post this wrong URL on their website, and you will have very less control, limited control on such activities. That's when you can block them through robots.txt, or you can directly, in some cases, people can directly approach them and ask them to remove the wrong links. And internal links will be in your control. I just showed you what are these other pages: branding agency in Berlin, Google Ads management agency in Auckland, Google Ads management agency in Jeddah, web development agency in Riyadh. Right? Links are created to various pages. While developing these links, if there is any mistake done to wrong URL, that can be manually cross-checked and can be removed. Okay. So I have explained all this already. Allow command, disallow command, and how to write instructions. I have just shown the template to all of you. Okay. Okay. So new topic might go for another 1 hour or 1.5 hours. So what we'll do is we'll stop it here for today. Anybody has any questions pertaining to
Uh,
robots.txt?
Sir, allow commands means the commands that we are allowing.
Yes. So basically allow slash indicates bot to crawl everything pertaining to the website. So if you write disallow here, your complete website can be blocked for search engine crawling and indexing. So if by mistakenly if you put disallow here, your complete website will be blocked for search engine crawling and indexing. That will be the biggest blunder that some SEO professionals can do also. Disallow is
Oh,
basically telling bot not to crawl anything pertaining to your to my website. Why should someone has to do that? Correct? So usually people while they are still developing the website, while the website is in the initial stage, or if it's a staging website. So now this is a staging website. We are developing the website here. The actual web crawling this website until unless we go public on creativeprintandpack.com. Correct? So your disallow command will block the website completely.
okay.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, understood.
So this you have to be very careful in writing instructions in this robots.txt. If you are committing any mistake, see you have a measure as well to check robots. Earlier we had until last, it's been 3 months I guess. They have moved it to a different section or it's not available. See on Search Console itself you will be able to evaluate, validate if the web pages are allowed for indexing or not. I mean like whether your commands are working properly or not basically. We'll try checking it here. Uh, so robots.txt earlier it was visible somewhere here. Now they have moved it to under the section called settings. So there is no option here. It's just telling that the file was fetched on so and so date.
So also I have a doubt. Like you said, there are 800 pages or eight something which was created,
8,000.
right?
Yeah.
So how can I find identify which is like which is duplicate URLs that have been created, and how can I delete
That's
all?
what we did by going through the data here, search results. You see search results. So basically, this section has information about the different kinds of URLs that bots have seen. Okay. So for example, I know. Sorry, the pages, not search results. The pages. The pages is the section where you get to see all 160 something URLs, and those are getting
Oh,
crawled. See, if you look at this earlier, it has index 6400. Now it is only 3161. Okay, so if you
fine.
observe there's 15.7k URLs. I know very well all these are invalid URLs. View data about indexed pages. Uh, I should click on not indexed, not indexed. See, these are my assets. They are, I know those are the pretty clean URLs pertaining to my website. Okay. Uh, hello, Dhanush. I'll call you back in next 5 minutes. Dhanush. Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, you see it right. Maybe let's see which are already blocked here. Which are already blocked here. So Earlier, before this, everything was under index. After blocking it, that got segregated to no index. See, how are these URLs add to wish list? WP nouns add to wish list. Some random question mark, some information. See, earlier, here this number was some 20,000 or 30,000. After implementing robots.txt, they started making a shift from index to no index, not indexed. Correct? Why not indexed? Why not indexed? Because they are not indexed because they are blocked on robots.txt. If they are blocked on robots.txt, Googlebot may not be able to crawl them. If Googlebot is not crawling them for a certain period, eventually it drops off. But why should it show no index? It's showing no index because it has that reference information with it, correct? Previously, I have crawled them, previously, I have seen them, and it has holded all of their data with it, and it's wind it up for today. Okay, so tomorrow we'll continue discussing all this on page SEO. There are many more topics to be discussed in the on page SEO. Okay, today's was completely about robots.txt.
Fine, sir. Thank you, sir.